SS&Co TV, the channel for your eyes and your ears.
Salute my people. Before I get into this video, I want to ask everyone to please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit the notification bell so the next time I drop content, you definitely get the notification. I want to thank everyone. We're on that way to 500 subscribers. In this video, I want to talk about the situation that happened out in Brooklyn at the bodega with the twins. It's a tragic situation. One twin fatally losing her life and the other one being injured. After a party with friends, this was supposed to be a night of memories. Instead, it'll be a night that they never forget.
Sisters attacked by a man who police sources say tried to flirt with them inside a Brooklyn deli. Tonight, one sister is dead and the other is injured as police search for the killer.
I feel horrible. It's sad. It's very sad.
A memorial grows outside the home of 19-year-old Samyia Spain. Spain died Sunday morning after being stabbed twice inside a deli in Park Slope. Her 19-year-old twin sister stabbed in the arm. A witness who didn't want to show their face says the twin sisters were attacked because they refused a stranger's advances.
One of the guys had complimented the two girls that had walked in with their friends, and they said no. They weren't attracted, so he called them names. They called him names back. He walked down the block angry.
The witness says the man came back to the deli, and that's when things took a turn for the worse.
He's banging on the door. They locked the door. Then he walked away again, so they unlocked the door so everybody could leave. So the second they opened the door, he ran back into the door and started attacking them.
A deli worker at the store on 4th Avenue in St. Mark's Place says the twins have been coming there for years.
They're very nice. I know the father too. Oh yeah? They're very nice people. They come over here all the time. They are a customer of ours for over I would say over 10 years I know them. Take somebody else's life, young lady, like she's 19 years old. You know, she's a beautiful girl.
The witness said the man and his friends were intoxicated and ran off after the attack. So far, no arrests. Anyone with information is asked to call police.
You go to the store and you encounter a deranged person looking to transfer energy. They in pain, and they want to inflict that pain on others. So they go out into the communities. See, because these people have a history of this behavior. They can't stay in their house and cause this mayhem. So they go out into the community where they wreak havoc, drunk, high, causing mayhem until they potentially meet their victim.
No, I'm not attacking you. Who the hell? I'm too drunk in this shit, so I ain't gonna lie. Let's go.
That's it, yeah.
There was a witness who stated they were surprised to see something like this take place in their neighborhood, and I just want my people to know, no matter where you at, no matter where you go, always stay alert. Never be in the clouds. Always pay attention to your surroundings, because it could go down in a New York second, just like that. So pay attention.
And how often do you notice stuff like this around, this area of Brooklyn?
I've only seen regular like fights that only happen for a couple seconds. I've never seen somebody full on get stabbed and possibly murdered ever in this area. There's usually zero problems in it.
All over someone getting rejected.
Rejected simply, and they just escalated it. I don't know if they were sober or not, but it's just, this was unnecessary as hell. Actually, I do. His friend was telling him, like, you're drunk, let's just go. So they're not sober. They get rejected and they just escalated tenfold. Like, we was all having a good night before this.
When you say we, did you know the girls?
Not personally, but we was at a party. Okay. And we just had left and we went to the store to get food. We was all getting sandwiches or like beef patties just to eat. We're hungry. We want to go home, and this happens.
Oh, sorry that you had to experience that.
Who do we blame in a situation like this? I seen people in the comments saying the store owner's to blame because maybe he should have been the one to call the police. I seen some people say, well, why didn't the twin call the police if one of them felt unsafe? Why didn't someone call the police instead of pulling out their phone to record? I want to remind my people that there's been over a decade long campaign of stop snitching. Snitches get stitches. Now with that image planted in your head, who wants that target on their back? Who wants to be labeled the rat? Because everywhere you go, everyone has a problem with the rat. Now the real dirty rats, they get off because no one wants to hold anybody accountable. Now let's just say this young lady felt unsafe and called her father, her brother, her cousin. They came and handled the situation. Someone would be in jail. So, like a toolbox for the women and children, we have to let them understand that calling the police is like a toolbox. It's just one tool that you use to stay safe. These are not people that's on the streets committing crimes. These are people that's out to have a night of fun. And they come into contact with a deranged lunatic.
So they unlocked the door so everybody could leave. So the second they opened the door, he ran back into the door and started attacking them. They get right in front of the deli, they're fighting, and then a guy in all black had stabbed one of the girls in her neck and the other in her arm and ran. So then everybody gets to attending her. One of her friends take off their shirts and started putting compression on her neck to try to slow down the bleeding. And she was gushing blood just down her entire body, covering the street inside and the bike lane. And that's when we called 911 and they showed up and pulled her. And last time I saw her, she was like full flat, laid down, unresponsive, getting on the hearse.
Unconscious?
Yes.
Wow. And how old these girls were?
I know the girl that got stabbed in her neck is 19.
Do we blame the community for this constant campaign of no snitching to where it made the women and the children feel unsafe to call for assistance in fear of having a label on their back? Because snitches get stitches is what they say, right? It takes a village to raise a kid. I think we have to change this mentality where the women and the children can't be protected. See, because when an altercation is happening, let's use the projects for instance, and the police is called, and upon their investigation, they don't seem to find any type of loitering or suspicious activity go on, they go to the apartment, they call them for assistance. So now the whole neighborhood knows who called the police. What family want that label on them? So I think it starts with the whole community. We have to let these kids know that it's okay to call to get assistance. My nephew, my sister Nakia out in the BX, salute. My nephew wanted to go to a party at his school. This is a school, not somebody's apartment, not some rented storefront where somebody's holding an event. This is at school. I said, sis, why not let him go, you know? Create a memory, you know, this is school. I'm sure they have security and all of that. And my sister had to remind me, bro, this is the Bronx. And I had to think about that. So sometimes we have to give it a second thought before we send our kids out there. We're not blaming no parents for anything that go on. But sometimes a night of fun could turn into a tragic night. Some people say maybe the twin could have handled the situation a little bit different. Some people in the comments were stating back in the day, they would give guys their number and never answer the phone just to avoid situations like this. Now, I can remember growing up, walking with guys. They would see an attractive young lady, holler at her. She don't give him the time of day. He starts yelling all type of profanities at her. Fuck you, bitch. Now, when you with me, I don't tolerate that. I gotta tell him, what you doing? What are you doing? You don't know who that is. You don't know who daughter that is. You don't know who sister that is. When guys violate people's loved ones, some guys don't come asking no questions. Whoever's there, get a piece of the action. So when you with me, I gotta hold you accountable. Because your actions may affect me.
I miss her so much.
Her tears run deep after losing her 19-year-old daughter, Samyia Spain. This cell phone video obtained by Pix 11 News shows the moment Spain and her twin sister, Samyia, were brutally attacked. That's Samyia apparently being stabbed in the chest and neck. But we are stopping the video right there.
Those were deadly points that he punctured in her body, that even if she fought it, I don't think she could have won the fight.
LaShawn Goodson is more than heartbroken, thinking about the death of her daughter. But how she died, Goodson says, makes the pain that much harder.
She didn't want to be bothered. Why did she have to die? Because you're not who she want to be accompanied by. Walk away. Don't hit on no girl. Don't fight no female, no matter what. Go on about your business.
It all started early Sunday morning. Her twins went to grab food at this deli on St. Mark's Place. A man apparently was trying to hit on the teens. After rejecting his advances, things escalated from there. At one point, the deli owner had to lock the doors to keep the man out. The twins thought the coast was clear, but once they walked out of the deli,
my daughter Samyia was arguing with the guy in my daughter's defense outside, and he stabbed her and she went to the floor. And at that very moment, Samyia went to attack him and he stabs her in the heart, and when she went down, he stabs her in the neck.
While this mother tries to deal with her grief, she sends a message to the person responsible.
I just want him to suffer every day like I am. I want him to wake up every day in a cell, just like I gotta wake up every day with my mind in a cell.
And the community wants the same thing, standing in solidarity with the family.
No means no in our community. If in fact that this woman didn't want you to say anything or do anything to her, you should have just walked away. So the call to the action right now is to say to the individuals that committed this crime, turn yourself in. You may run, but you're not going to hide.
I understand. No does mean no. But to these guys, they don't understand no. All they want to do is be in control. They can't get what they want, then they wreak havoc. You could never escape the realities of the world. It's gonna be people like this in your community, at your job, on the train. No matter where you go, there they are. The suspect turned himself in, so we're going to hear the outcome of this case. But I just want to give my condolences to the family, because this is going to be a long journey of grief. See, because after they get their justice, they still have to deal with the wounds that probably will never heal. See, when you lose someone close, your life is never the same.
Want to say for yourself? Veo Kelly had nothing to say being transported from the 78th Precinct station house to court. But family and friends of the victim could not hold their emotions. They had plenty to say.
You gonna rot in jail, you ain't making it.
Even some choice words.
What would happen if somebody did that to your sister?
Police have been closing in on Kelly thanks to clear cell phone video of the incident and statement from witnesses who say he stabbed twin sisters, 19-year-old Samyia and Samyia Spain. Samyia survived, but Samyia did not. This allegedly after the victim rejected his advances. Witnesses say Kelly was hitting on Samyia inside this deli in Park Slope, but she did not want to give him her cell phone number or Instagram. Things escalated from there. Pix 11 News spoke exclusively this week with LaShawn Goodson, the mother of the twins, who had this message for Kelly.
I just want him to suffer every day like I am. I want him to wake up every day in a cell, just like I gotta wake up every day with my mind in a cell.
She says Kelly ripped her family apart and changed her life forever.
I just want to lay in the bed and cry all day. I don't want to get up. I don't want to do nothing.
Sources tell us this is not the first time Kelly has been accused of being violent against a woman. Last year, he was allegedly part of a group that assaulted and robbed an 18-year-old girl in Lower Manhattan. After the deadly stabbing Sunday morning, police have been in communication with Kelly's attorney, who agreed to have his client turn himself in Friday morning. Friends of the victim's family, Yvette Ramos, was also outside of the precinct. Once she saw Kelly, she broke down.
She did not deserve that.
Now, in this particular situation with the twins out in Brooklyn, none of those guys' friends stepped up to the plate and grabbed them. Come on, dude, you bugging. What you doing? Leave the girl alone. None of them want to do that. Because see, then he may transfer that energy onto them. Now they become the victim. This family's in pain. The surviving sister, brother, mother, all of them are never going to be the same. They lost a big part of their life that they could never get back. In a situation like this, I don't think any of us have the answers. All we could do is take this as a lesson learned. So parents, keep your kids close. Understand that every time they go out that door, we take a risk of them not coming back.
SS&Co TV.
SS&Co TV, the channel for your eyes and your ears.